Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to The Last Bachelor, and this is episode 19. It's one thing to show you're into someone, but you don't want to look overly thirsty or come dangerously close to harassment. That's a bad vibe. To flirt, by definition, is to behave as though attracted to or trying to attract someone, but for amusement rather than with serious intent. Flirting is very much part of human nature. If we didn't express the way we felt about each other, we would be extinct by now. Some may think flirting is something that comes naturally, but the truth is, it's not. In fact, both men and women find it difficult to understand the art of flirting. Some men, like myself, tend to worry about coming off as creepy when we flirt. And let's keep in mind, successful flirting is not about showing off and impressing. It's about conveying that you like someone. Simple as that. Studies have shown that over the last 10 years or more, the way we flirt has changed in a serious way. Since we're all glued on our smartphones, tablets, and laptops, the way we communicate has also changed. Today's man is more likely to send an emoji instead of writing a deep, loving poem. We already know that much. Okay. Picture this scenario. You're out with the gang, and you spotted a baddie. She could be it. You have that feeling in your jellies. Or maybe somewhere else in your anatomy. Nah, I mean, what's the next move? Well, flirt. But before you go into flirt mode, you have to become familiar with the rules. Yes, there are rules to flirting. According to social anthropologist and self-proclaimed flirtologist Gene Smith, there are some clear signs to look out for in real life. This may help avoid a serious problem. Nothing worse than misreading someone. That's why Smith put together her hot ape theory, HOTAPE, which is perfect for this episode. So let's break down this acronym. The first sign is humor. H is for humor. If you're talking to another person and they're cracking joke after joke and you're laughing at every punchline, they could be flirting with you. As Smith explains, having a shared sense of humor is very important when it comes to building a relationship. It's one of the major ways you can check if you click. If you find the same things hilarious, you might just have a connection. O is for open body language. Underestimating the power of nonverbal communication is a mistake. When a person has closed off body language, for example, if they have their arms crossed, it means that they are trying to hide away. They are not open to this interaction and are trying figuratively and literally protect themselves from it. That's a red flag. Abort mission, homie. Open body language is the opposite. Shoulders back, arms open, and forward facing. If someone is standing in front of you with this type of body language, is definitely a good sign. Equally, if you're trying to attract someone, you should be doing the same damn thing. T is for touch. Let's not go crazy with this one. I already see ladies frowning. Want to figure out whether someone is flirting with you? An easy sign is whether they've touched you. Smith explains that touch creates a positive psychological response, but that contact has to be made in a safe place, such as the shoulder or arm. Me personally, I'm not a touchy-feely type of person, and I know some people do it in a non-creepy way, but if you're one of those type of people, stick to the arm. It's a good start. Gently tapping someone on the hand is an intimate touch and can be pulled off when you know the person relatively well. You could accompany this gesture with a well-timed compliment. Women love compliments. A is for attention. When you've got a crush on someone, what do? The answer is obvious. You pay them attention. Everyone does this whether they are consciously aware of it or not. When you notice that someone is paying you extra attention, there could be a good reason for that. Read the signs, homie. P is for proximity. The first thing you need to know and understand here is that people are drawn to one another, literally. When you find another person attractive, your instincts will tell you to lean in closer to them, or even walk across the room so that you can stand next to them. Pay attention to where people stand when they're talking to you, or in a group scenario. If it seems like that person is going out of their way to be by your side, they could have a subconscious thing for you. Return the favor and go out of your way to stand by them. And finally, E. E is for eye contact. I bet y'all guessed that one. Eye contact is the number one way that people know when another person is flirting with them. But wait, how do you know whether someone is being friendly and polite or whether they actually flirting with you? It's pretty simple. When someone is flirting, the gazes or little looks will happen frequently, and they might last longer than you'd usually expect. While you're in a conversation with someone, be aware of the type of eye contact they're using. If it seems intense, that's probably because they can't keep their eyes off you. Now that you understand the main signs of flirting, you won't get caught off guard and miss out on a potential date. Understanding these small signs means that you can quickly figure out when someone is attracted to you and strike while the iron is hot. Next is to know when and where to get your flirt on. According to the Social Issue Research Center, this could be at parties, drinking places like bars, clubs, lounges, y'all know the vibes, sport hobby clubs, and spectator events. You know, if you're going to go watch the game, Cirque recommends you get your flirt on. Those last two I mentioned are perfect conditions for flirting because it shows you both already have something in common. That's a good icebreaker. Okay, so the moment came. You find yourself in a situation where you can practice the gift of gab. The last thing you want to do is come off thirsty or weird. Trust me, it happens to the best of us. So here are the golden rules. 1. Avoid over flirting. Flirting with someone constantly can come off as desperate and needy, not attractive qualities. Flirting can be a cat and mouse game. You have to give a little, wait, and then see what you get back. If you're not receiving the same energy, fall back, player. 2. Test the waters. There are two major reasons you shouldn't flirt with someone who has zero interest in you. First, it's a waste of your time as you're unlikely to win them over. Secondly, you may end up annoying them or crossing social boundaries. Bad move, bruh. Before you dive into the pool headfirst, stick your toe in the water to see whether the person is interested. If they aren't, walk away. 3. Ditch the cheesy one-liners. Did it hurt falling from heaven? It's corny. This absolutely never works. The reality is, you're more likely to see her walking away swiftly and never once looking back. Why, you ask? It's basic shit. No one likes one-liners or cheesy chat-up lines. You're far more likely to pique someone's interest by asking genuine questions. Like Biggie said, ask them what their interests are and what they do. Keep it simple. 4. Sync up with the other person. One of the best ways to show the other person that you're into them is to get in sync with their body language and stance. You might have heard this technique before. It's called mirroring. It means that you copy the other person's gestures and movements in the subtlest way possible. Synchronization is a highly effective flirting technique. According to Cirque, much of the time, people sync up naturally when they feel comfortable or when they are attracted to each other. 5. Don't be a conversation hog. Whether it's because you're feeling a little nervous or just that you love the sound of your own voice. There are few things as unattractive as stealing the limelight. Flirting is about showing an interest in another person, not about selling yourself and bragging about how great you are. Take a breath, ask a question, and then let the other person speak. So when you start speaking, try not getting carried away. Let her also engage and get involved in the conversation. And last but not least, use the compliment formula. Compliments will get you everywhere. Or will they? Some can backfire quickly, especially if they are over the top and too personal. How can you tell someone that you appreciate them without sounding inappropriate or creepy? Luckily, there's a winning compliment formula that you can use. For example, you can say, "You look nice today," or "You always smiling. It's so nice to see." These phrases are not too suggestive, but show that you like the other person. And don't get it twisted for 1 second. There is a right way to flirt. Don't worry if it doesn't come naturally to you, or if you weren't blessed with the gift of the gab. This skill is one that you can absolutely learn. So, as long as you respect boundaries, look for social signs, and keep things casual, you should have no problem. Follow these golden rules and go hot ape someone. This quote comes from Belle Aurora. I'm single, man. I'm allowed to flirt. You've been listening to The Last Bachelor. Till the next episode.